Do you like money? Well, I know that I do, and the best game to play with money is Monopoly. Monopoly is the most famous board game of them all. Played from China to America, India to Canada, even from South Pole to North Pole. Monopoly is loved by all races and religions. Rich or poor, loved all over Monopoly is. This video will show you all you need to know about this wonderful game. You will learn the history, how Monopoly is used today, hear from a man who knows and loves the game, and some fun facts to tell your friends. So sit down and welcome to the wild world of Monopoly. Let's take a stroll down memory lane, the history of Monopoly. Monopoly was created in 1934 by the man Charles B. Deroe. Charles lived in Germantown, Pennsylvania when he created this wonderful game. When he created Monopoly, he needed a company to manufacture the board game. This is where Hasbro is a great help to Charles. Hasbro has been with Monopoly since 1934 and is still with him today. When Monopoly was released, it was the talk of the toys, and the time period couldn't have been better. Monopoly was released during the Great Depression, when most people didn't have money or property. After 78 years, Monopoly is still considered the best board game of them all. Monopoly has been played since the 1930s to the 2000s. They also make different kinds of Monopolies now, like the Star Wars edition, the Nintendo edition, the Here and Now edition, the Las Vegas edition, the Air Force edition, and many more. And the man behind it all and the icon, the Monopoly Man. The Monopoly Man has been part of Monopoly since it came out. He is the face and symbol of this game. 78 years strong and still going, the Monopoly game may never stop being the best. Today, Monopoly is the best board game of them all. People play it the same way they did 78 years ago. Of course, there are different accessories and themes to the Monopoly. For example, the Here and Now Monopoly is used in millions of dollars rather than hundreds. On the other hand, the electronical banking Monopoly, you have a credit card to swipe for your money. There are other Opoly games, but they are not the same. Do not be fooled by this. But if you're a true Monopoly fan, which you will be by the end of this video, you'll be able to tell the difference. If you want to play Monopoly today, the best way to play is with your friends and family. The more people, the longer and better the game it is. For every game there is a banker, and he or she handles the money and the property. But watch them closely as the game goes on, because they could be cheating. Keep an eye on them. The look of the game has changed over the years. You are still able to purchase the original game at many stores. But there are also themed monopolies. These themed monopolies have lots of color, picture, and different looking boards. But you play the game that you would 78 years ago. All these things are how Monopoly is used today. Alright, please say your name.
Joseph Anthony Stroman.
Do you enjoy playing Monopoly?
That's a definite yes.
What's your favorite thing, favorite aspect about the game Monopoly?
My favorite aspect is probably being able to take people's money legally.
What is your favorite Monopoly memory?
Well, remember it like it was yesterday. First time playing Monopoly. Didn't know what the heck I was doing. And then, at the end, turned out I won.
What are some strategies to the game Monopoly to viewers who've never played Monopoly, or they play Monopoly and they're not that good at it, and they just need a few strategies? What are a few strategies that can help them get them going?
First off, during the beginning, don't go to jail. Don't do it. You're going to want to be going into jail during the end of the game, so you don't have to owe people money, you know.
Alright, thank you Joseph Soroman for your time, and yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Monopoly has been around long enough to have some odd and outrageous facts. For example, the longest Monopoly game ever lasted went on for 70 straight days. That is 2.5 months. Hasbro has sold 275 million of the Monopoly board games, and still counting. It is available in 43 different languages and 111 countries, so this game is played pretty much everywhere. Even though it's the same game, the highest rent property has changed depending on where you live. If you live in the USA, it is Boardwalk, named after a street in Atlantic City. In Spain, it is called Paso del Padre, after a street in Blankeney. And in France, it is called Rue de la Paix, a famous street in Paris. Mwah. The most expensive Monopoly board was created by Sidney Mobile, priced at $2 million, and I'm not talking about Monopoly money, I'm talking about dough, Monet. It features 23-karat gold board and a diamond-studded dice. Well, there you go, kids. Live long and prosper. The wonderful game of Monopoly.